some of the things that have been happening to me lately, they've been a bit quiet, as you may know. And where shall I start? So, last week. So I'll start from last week. There was a lot of sightings going on, a lot of strange happenings going on around me. That basically was kind of out of the blue and throwing me off course a little bit. And I wasn't too sure how to cope with it or deal with it. So I've had to really go into my brain and process what's been happening. And so if I start with last week, various things. It was Mother's Day coming up, and as you know, my mum died in 2005, and Mother's Day is always quite a difficult one for me. Regardless, it's been a while, I still miss her terribly. And oh God, I'm going to get upset. I don't want to get upset, but it's okay to get upset. I've been doing quite a lot of reading as well. I've been reading about generally things to do with birth numbers, which has been really interesting, and I'll elaborate on that another time. But I've been doing a lot of reading around people generally and how we conduct ourselves in this world, and how everyone walks around with a mask. This mask covering up who they really are, and it's a facade, because while everyone's walking around with this mask on, you actually never get to know who the real person is. And I think it's a shame that we've got to a point in our society that people feel the need to actually do that and can't be who they are and can't express how they feel. And I find it all really odd. But I was that person not so long ago, doing the same. And so back to the Mother's Day. So yeah, my mum's not around, so I went off and I had a spa day with my friend, and it was a lovely day. It was really nice spending time with her, and it was in Colchester. And on the way to Colchester, unbeknownst to me, I wasn't sure that this was the route that was going to be taken. I passed my biological dad's turning for Whittam, where he used to live, and all these feelings came rushing back to me. Now, my dad's not dead, but he may as well be, and I don't mean that in that sense. What I mean is he doesn't talk to me anymore. And as you know, I had a real kind of like family situation going on last year. In fact, it was going on for a few years, but because I decided to speak my mind and open up and take my mask off and let people know that no, actually everything's not all right, it all went tits up. And he decided that he didn't want anything to do with me. Now, bearing in mind, I stuck by this man for years and years, and my sisters didn't want anything to do with him, and I used to argue with my mum. So yeah, argue with my mum while you're going to see him, C-U-N-T, she used to say, bless her. And you know what, I can see why she said it now, because he just dumped me like a ton of shit when my sisters decided that they now wanted a relationship with him, which is great, don't get me wrong, absolutely great. But I literally got pushed out, pushed to the curb, with no thought or care or process around the fact that I'd stuck with him for all those years. And that really hurt me. That really hurt me. It still hurts me now, just thinking about it. And just the fact that I drove past that road, because he doesn't live there anymore. And I used to go and see him a lot in Witham. And I used to enjoy seeing him in Witham. And it was really lovely. Oh, thank you for the hearts. It was lovely to go and spend time with him. So first of all, my mum came to mind. Then I drove past my dad's old road, if you like, of where he used to live. I think he moved last year. I don't even know where he is, to be honest. So then that happened. I didn't see my daughter, and that really upset me. That really upset me. But that's that. And me and my friend had a lovely day. So I've been working on this contract now for 3 months, and just recently I've been getting really, really aggravated. Oh, I love you too, babes. Julie, thank you. I've been getting really, really aggravated. Really, really aggravated with people on the bus, with people on the tube, and I was just getting to the point where I actually don't want to go to that place. And it's not because the people are horrid, because they're not, believe me. There's some lovely people that work there, but the work itself is so demeaning and so uninspiring and so just not worth even doing, to be honest, because nothing's going to come from it. And every day I go there, the energies in this place are completely zapping everything I have. And it's not because I'm rushed off my feet, it's not because I'm stressed, it's the energy and the work and the fact that no one gives a shit about the patients at the end of the oh gosh, someone's ringing me, private number, not answering, and no one cares. And it's not because they don't care, really, they do, but it just was really winding me up. So I was supposed to, they wanted me to renew my contract with them and continue for another 3 months, and I thought, oh, that'd be handy, just do 4 days and I can carry on with my spiritual work and my healing work, which is my passion, my mentoring, because at the moment I'm working 7 days a week, so you can imagine I'm a bit tired just from that anyway. However, today, so all these signs coming in, so today again I'm on the tube and really aggravating, and I just thought, do you know what, I don't want to do this. And I've been saying this to myself, I've got a voicemail now, for a few weeks. Now this morning I got off the tube at Warren Street, and as I turned left out of Warren Street to get either the bus or walk, most of the time I walk, there was this homeless guy, older man, and he used to literally just be sitting in the corner, covered in blankets, asking people for fags, looking quite yellow. And I've been seeing this guy for 3 months, and I don't smoke, so I can't give him a cigarette. And I kept thinking to myself, what's his story? What is his story? Why is he living on the street like that, with no one around him? Now, you know, not that it's any of my business, because it's not any of my business, but it did get me thinking. And I kept saying to myself, I'm going to have that conversation with him. So this morning, when I got off the tube, after being aggravated on the bus and then aggravated once more on the tube, which is not me, by the way, I thought, I'm going to stop and talk to this guy. And as I came out, The area where he sits and lies and lives, basically, was cordoned off by tape. And I thought, oh shit, that man died. Which means last night, that man must have died. And bearing in mind, I don't know that guy from Adam. I actually don't know that man. But it really upset me. Because I thought, how fucking horrible is that? To live on the street, no one's caring about you. No one is even seeing you, yet you're there. And then you just die on the street. Now, there could be 1,000 reasons why that man was in that position. But it upset me. It upset me. And I got to the office and I sat there and I said, but it took me a while, and I said to myself, I was not put on this earth to sit in a role, i.e. a job, that is making me feel like shit. And as I said, bearing in mind, this is not because of the people are lovely. It's just the actual job itself. And so I decided, that's not my life. I do not want that as part of my life. So I terminated the contract. I terminated that contract and I put it back to the universe and said, that's not me. It's not me. I was not put on this earth for that, and I don't want it in my life. And there's all these things that have been going on around me. As I said, you know, my mum's picture just popped up on my phone this morning from nowhere. I wasn't even holding the phone. It just popped up. I know I've got a smartphone, but come on. Are they really that smart? And I've been getting all these signs. And these signs have been telling me, Angela, you have gone through hell and back. Right? You've had your mask on. You took your mask off. You found yourself. You found yourself, and you haven't been afraid to show that to people. And all those signs I was seeing was telling me you've come so far in actually sorting out yourself to a place where you feel really comfortable with who you are, your life. Why would you not continue on that road? Because I could have stayed in this contract and I would have been stuck in some really old energies that hadn't quite released. And I think, unfortunately, for that poor guy who died last night, he was the catalyst, the last piece of that jigsaw and those signs that I needed to see to show me that life is too short and we are only here once. So why put up with stuff that you don't want in your life? Why keep walking around with this mask on, pretending it's all okay, when actually it's not? But only you as an individual can change any of that. Only you as an individual can change anything in your life. And I could have sat there today and I could have said, oh, better just carry on, put the mask on, get the mask on, go on, do that, Ange. But I said, no, I'm not going to. I don't want to live my life like this. because I wasn't put on this earth for that. So I just wanted to share all that with you, really. Quite a long one, that one. Now, what's next? I don't know. But I've already had 3 calls for different contracts in different organisations. So it's only a matter of time before I do something different. I choose to do something different. So it's an evaluation, isn't it? Once you find who you are inside and you drop that mask, why put the mask back on? Why do all that work, working on you as an individual, evaluating your life, looking at what works, what doesn't, shedding people. You know, I've lost all my family. Shed. But it's okay. But if I'd have stayed stuck in that mindset that I was developing by working within that organisation, there was a possibility that I could have slipped backwards or just stayed stuck in an energy that was horrible, that I didn't like. I didn't like it. It wasn't me. So have a look around you. Take your mask off. Find yourself. Look at you. Who are you? What do you want? What's important to you as an individual? Find the answers to those questions. Because unless you do, you're always going to be living as someone else. And that someone else will never be aligned with who you truly are, your authentic self. So that's all I wanted to say, really. New horizons for me. Looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it, actually. I've got a couple of really lovely things planned. And, yeah, only good things can come when you stay true to who you are and you do everything from your heart. So I hope you guys all have a wonderful evening, and I'm nearly home now, and I will see you another time. Take off the mask, peeps.